Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to play and use the Skullsplitter build, which I think is the superior build compared to Executioners or Bladestorm for arms. Now this can be done as single target, or it can be done with sweeping strikes. I will showcase both of those, but I think this is the superior build in terms of single target damage. Out of both Fury and Arms and any other available mix and match of combination of talents. And this is what I've been running for pre-patch so far. I know we're on the second day. And I'm just going to get straight to the point. It's very, very easy, very simple. I'm not going to go through all the talents because there's no reason to, because I can send you the string of code to import the build, which obviously this will be a lot stronger. This is projected to be a lot stronger at level 70. Because you get more talent points, I'll be able to fill it out and everything like that. And then I'll make an updated video on the updated talent points, unless like Skullsplitter gets nerfed or something, which I don't think it will. It's already been nerfed, or it's at least been scaled back in terms of damage like it was in the beta. But so far, this is the most amount of damage that a warrior can do that I have seen, and it can range anywhere between a 40% one-shot to an 80% one-shot. I've had several of these happen. Anyway, I'm going to get to the point. It's very, very simple, very easy. So when you want to engage in combat, you want to do some damage, you want to make sure your dots are at the highest peak possible for being refreshed, okay? So see how that's like 22 seconds long? So it's a little bit of ramp-up time, but it'll be 24 seconds. See how rend is 20 seconds? If I re-rend, it's 27 seconds. So you want to have it to be the absolute like highest amount possible before you do this damage. If I set my current, see how much damage I'm doing? Not very much, right? But when you want to do damage, make sure these are refreshed. Pop all your shit, re-rend. And that's it. That's literally all you do. I will showcase it a couple more times when cooldowns come up. Rend did 74,000 damage. And Deep Wounds is still proccing, doing 76k in total. This time we're going to do it very simple. We're just going to go in, apply Rend, and apply Mortal Strike. And we're just going to pop Colossus Smash and just do the damage outright, and that's it. Alright, so Avatar is coming up off cooldown. I will showcase it very quickly now, like you would expect in a very fast, quick engagement. So let's begin. So we'll go ahead and look at the damage. Ren did 43.6k. And Deep Wounds is still ticking because it's ticking off of that. So we'll just say it did about 45k, 46k, something like that. So this is very, very good burst. It's pretty crazy with anger management. The more you're in combat, the more this stuff is going to come up off of cooldown. So you know you have Warbreaker again for you'll basically have Warbreaker for every single Skullsplitter. The more you're doing damage and spending your rage, right? Now this is really good because I like to use Blood and Thunder. So do something like this, reapply to both of them, just like that. See, now they both have Rend for 20 seconds, right? Now, the interesting thing about this build, okay, is that this also works with Sweeping Strikes. Now, Rend doesn't work with Sweeping Strikes because we now have Blood and Thunder, which is fine. So when you use Sweeping Strikes, since it is free, you just press Blood and Thunder to spread your Rend to whoever you want, and then you press Mortal Strike, and then you're ready to go. It's that simple. I will show it once I have cooldowns again, about 15 seconds. Alright, now that we have Sweeping Strikes, I will go ahead and showcase to you how cleave damage will work with Sweeping Strikes. It works the same exact way. You'll see what I mean. We'll refresh the charts here. We'll go ahead and do some damage. Apply the Rend, both people. Just like this. See how it just consumed all the dots on both targets? We just peaked at 25k DPS, and that is only on 2 people. Ren did 83,000.7k damage. Deep Wounds did 60,000 damage. Mortal Strike did 51k, and Skullsplitter did 30k, hitting for an average of 15k both targets. pretty insane. Again, this is not like the most consistent damage build because you kind of just sit and you just, you know, you do your damage until you have Warbreaker up again and Skullsplitter, and then you just consume your bleeds at the highest peak, and you basically for a moment turn into an Affliction Warlock. I think it's very, very strong. It's all that I've been playing. First day, I think I played mostly Fury, and then I kind of got bored of it. So I started playing Arms, and honestly, both specs, Arms and Fury, should be a lot stronger than they are currently at max level, since we get a lot of our very, very, very important talents at the end of our trees. So with Skullsplitter, I think I'm missing about 30% of my damage still, which is a lot. So we'll see once the game actually comes out, we get geared, and then I'll be max level, and then I'll make a new video showcasing how I think Skullsplitter holds up. And yeah, that's. I also want to say that this isn't a true guide, it's just showcasing the Skullsplitter build. As for PvP talents, you can run literally whatever you want for whatever situation you want. Like, I run Rebound. Sharpened Blade is obviously the must-have, the only one that is guaranteed you need to have, which is Sharpened Blade. The other two are interchangeable. I like to run Rebound with Death Sentence. I think Warbreaker right now is kind of, Warbringer is pure dog shit. Simply for the fact that, I don't know if anybody else has seen this, but when you charge somebody, it doesn't root them instantly. It only roots them once you get to them and the cone hits them. Because you could just literally walk away from warriors, like 2 seconds away from where their charge ends, and they're not even on top of you, but you get rooted anyway. It's just dog shit, so I don't use it. I use normal charge. But yeah, so I use Death Sentence and Rebound and Sharpen. And if I'm queuing into a lot of melee, I'll play Disarm. Like, that's about it, really. Tommy just died behind me. Oh,
fuck, bro.
You must be executed for your crimes.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to really tell until max level what build is going to be the best. Everything just feels kind of shit anytime I play the game, but the most fun I have playing so far is with Skullsplitter. I feel like the damage is pretty much near unhealable, especially if you time up and line everything up correctly. People just die, especially with the fatality stacks. Since you're playing a little bit longer, you have time to get fatality stacks up with Mortal Strike reset, and you know, it's just enough to get them to that execute range, and then that's when you have your big execute, and it hits, you know, anywhere between like 30 to 40k non-crit. Again, we just have to wait and see until we're max level with gear and actual proper scaling, so we're not juiced up on like stats. And that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else I've tested with Arms just doesn't really feel that fun. But we'll see until max level. Like, we're missing at max level. Like, I can still get Thunderous Roar completely done, and also Kyrian Spear. So, like, it just really just depends. Like, I'll have to wait and see when we hit 70, and then I'll make another video.